Now we're going to talk about taking them through the consultation. So if the client qualifies through that intake, if they answered affirmative to any one of those questions on the 5 magical question intake form, you really want to take the client through the consultation right then and there, especially if you're doing paid advertising. If you're advertising on the radio or you're doing paid search with Google, you do not want to set up an appointment if you don't have to. A caller is golden. The reason why that is that's called direct response. See, when you're marketing to the P10 list, that's the long game. That's lead generation. When you're paying for pay-per-click, paid ads on Google, or you're paying for radio, that's direct response. Somebody generally has an immediate need. That's why they're picking up the phone and calling you. You don't want to get them off the phone if that's the case. So you want to take them through the consultation right then and there. Worst case is you want to schedule that call for later on in the day or no more than 24 hours later. As I mentioned yesterday, you do not want to start advertising on the radio or do Google ads until you can master what I call the one-call close, okay, which really is taking them through a financial interview, taking them through a mini 433A, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But what if they don't qualify? What if, per the intake sheet, they don't qualify? So in our firm, we wanted to make every caller a fan. We wanted to make sure everyone had a great experience with our firm, even if we couldn't help them. So if they owed under $10,000, and I use $10,000 because there's a cost versus benefit analysis you need to go through. We had a minimum of $5,000 in our firm for a tax resolution case. So if someone owed $8,000 and they were a great offer and compromise candidate that I could probably settle the case for $500, if they paid me $5,000, I settled the case for $500, that's $5,500 and they owe $10,000. Are they going to be happy? They're not going to be that happy. Okay? So that's why we only accept the clients $10,000 and more. Under 10, if they wanted to come in, and this is how you get rid of the looky-loos and the tire kickers, if they wanted to come in, we did a consultation, and through the years, we started at 300, we ended up at 375. They can come in for a consultation if they owed under 10, had all their returns were filed, they weren't being garnished, they weren't getting threatening letters. We charged them $375. If, in fact, they did have a case, because some people don't really know what's going on with their IRS issue, we would credit the $375 toward the rest of the retainer. We also gave them, if they owed under 10 and they didn't come in, we sent them to a recorded message on our phone system that basically said, hey, if you owe the IRS under 10 and all your returns are filed, you don't have any enforced collection activity against you, and you can service the debt within 36 months, the IRS guarantees you an installment agreement. So that's what we did if they didn't qualify. Now let's talk about scheduling appointments online. Okay, there's 2 types of scheduling appointments, online and through your office, which I'll call offline. Okay, but if you're scheduling appointments online, again, it's imperative that you learn to take the prospects through the 433A interview when they have their consultation with you. Okay, that's very, very important. And as I mentioned, don't let them schedule too far out. That should be really 1 to 2 days at most. I wouldn't go 3 days any longer. The longer you give them to show up to the appointment, the more sales resistance builds up, the more fee resistance builds up, and they won't show. Okay? Because they have a lot of options today. They're checking out other companies. So you want to make sure that you schedule that appointment as quickly as possible. And here's all the different ways where people will schedule appointments with you online. They'll come in through organic search, paid search if you're doing paid ads. They'll come in through social media posts. If you're doing email marketing, like Dave was talking about, they'll come in through content and SEO and blogs. So they can come in through all of these different online sources, okay? But they're coming to your website. They're checking you out on your website. So you want to make sure that there's the ability to schedule a call with you if they're coming, schedule a time with you if they're coming in from an online source. So here's how it works. So your client schedules their appointment online with you because you have we use Calendly or HubSpot. There's many different softwares out there where they can schedule an appointment with you online. It's your calendar online, and you can block off specific dates and times, giving people the opportunity to book a call with you. You do not have to hire a person to do this. Okay, this can be done all automatically. So you can save in staff and labor. So if you're a 100% virtual tax resolution company, this is something that you have to have. This is something that's going to be your bread and butter. You're going to live by this. Now, here's the page. Okay, here's the page. So when they schedule a call with you, you're not selling the end goal. You're not selling the resolution. You're not selling, we can do an offer and compromise. What you're selling is the call itself, because the call itself is valuable. Look at the bullets and the benefits I have on this page. Number one, the value of the call is whatever you want it to be. Okay, it's at least $350, $400 for a free confidential strategy call. You're going to speak with a licensed person, and you're going to get an individualized plan of action to solve your IRS tax debt, whether you use us or not. So you're selling them on the call. You're not selling the ultimate resolution when you're setting up online calls. It's very, very important that you understand the distinction, because you're selling the call, not the resolution. Okay, scheduling appointments offline. Again, it's imperative that you're able to take the person through a mini 433A, which is the financial consultation, after they qualify per the intake script. Take them through the consultation right then and there. Today, a caller on the phone is golden, everybody. We all know how people are distracted. Okay, once they hang up, it's difficult, very difficult to get them back on the phone. So if you have a caller, that's golden. They're 5 times more likely to retain you than someone you're scheduling an appointment for 3, 4, 5 days from now. And you don't want to schedule that appointment for more than 24 hours max.